Yonder spoilers Wednesday, September 18th reveal that tensions are escalating between Sharon and Daniel. Sharon is trying to keep her cool in front of Daniel, not revealing her true intentions. Cameron Kirsten, a ghost from the past, is stalking Sharon and constantly pressuring her to act according to his plan. Cameron wants Daniel to face a terrible fate, and he has been secretly guiding Sharon to achieve that goal. However, Sharon, with all her internal conflicts, is still unable to fully submit to Cameron's control. Cameron tries to push Sharon to take Daniel to a more private place. He knows that in order to carry out his plan, Sharon needs to act quickly and not let anyone get in the way. Sharon, despite being pressured by Cameron, still feels that she cannot hurt Daniel. Her relationship with Daniel, while not the same, still retains some of the memories of the old years. Sharon knows that when she crosses the line, there is no going back. While Sharon was struggling with her decision and her inner conflict, Nick Newman appeared at the right time. Nick had heard disturbing news from Esther Valentine, Sharon's longtime best friend, about her unstable condition. Esther realized that Sharon was caught in a dangerous spiral and decided to inform Nick. Nick, out of love and concern for Sharon, rushed to the cafe to find her. Nick's appearance ruined Cameron's plan. When he saw Nick enter, Cameron couldn't help but feel disappointed and angry. He believed that this would be Sharon's best chance to harm Daniel, but now things had become more complicated. Nick had always been the one to get in the way of Cameron's evil plans, and this time was no exception. Nick quickly realized what was going on, and his protective instincts kicked in. He decided that he wouldn't let Sharon continue to fall into this dangerous spiral. Cameron, despite being hindered, did not give up easily. To him, this was just a small setback in the grand scheme of things. He continued to push Sharon to act, even convincing her to try to push Nick back, arguing that if Nick didn't intervene, things would be easier. Cameron wanted Sharon to believe that Nick was making things worse and that her actions were the right thing to do. Nick, with his years of experience and deep love for Sharon, saw the clear warning signs. He understood that Cameron was manipulating Sharon, and that she was on the verge of breaking down. Nick knew that things couldn't continue, and that he needed to act before it was too late. Deep down, he believed that Sharon needed intervention, and that this couldn't go on much longer. Mariah and Faith Newman also played important roles in Sharon's recovery. They both loved their mother and wanted to see Sharon out of her current situation. They are concerned about Sharon's mental health and feel that without timely intervention, she could push herself down a path with no way out. The question is whether Nick can organize an intervention to save Sharon from Cameron's control? And whether Sharon is strong enough to face the truth, see her wrong decisions and find herself again? Meanwhile, Billy Abbott is also facing his own problems, especially with Chelsea. Chelsea has gone through a series of difficult events in her life, and now she may have a change of heart, trying to fight to reunite with Billy. However, Billy has decided that there is no chance of this reunion. He does not want to look back and try to maintain a broken relationship. Billy stands firm and makes it clear that he has no intention of forgiving or getting back together with Chelsea. This creates a tense situation for Chelsea, who must accept that all her efforts will not succeed. Phyllis Summers, meanwhile, is contemplating her plans. Phyllis is ambitious and always calculating. She wants to be recruited into Abbott Chancellor, working with her son Daniel, and she knows that time is running out. Phyllis feels that she needs to push Billy to make a decision sooner rather than later. She understands that the opportunity only comes once, and if she doesn't act now, she may miss out. Billy, while not yet ready to put Daniel in any specific position, is actually considering hiring Phyllis as CEO. Phyllis has proven herself to be a professional and capable manager over the years, and Billy knows that she would be a good choice for the position. However, Lily Winters, Billy's girlfriend, is not in agreement with this decision. She feels conflicted in her relationship with Billy and fears that hiring Phyllis will only increase the tension between them. Billy and Lily's relationship has been rocky lately, and the scandals from their past seem to be coming back to haunt them. Lily can't stop thinking about Billy's decisions and worrying about the consequences they're having. Billy and Lily's arguments aren't just about work, they're also a reflection of deeper issues in their relationship. The tension between work and personal life is putting them both in an awkward position. The Young and the Restless continues with the tension between the main characters escalating. Sharon faces an internal struggle between following Cameron's orders and finding herself. Nick, Mariah, and Faith work together to save Sharon from the dark spiral she's in. Billy, meanwhile, stands his ground with Chelsea and faces tough decisions about work and his relationship with Lily. Phyllis, as usual, never gives up on her ambitions and is preparing for her next move. Their lives, filled with conflicts and difficult choices, will continue to take viewers through intense emotions. Sharon will have to find a way to break free from Cameron's control and stand up for herself. Nick will not give up until he sees Sharon is safe. Mariah and Faith will continue to play important roles in helping their mother. Phyllis, with her intelligence and ambition, will find a way to achieve her goals, and Billy, despite his personal conflicts, will have to make decisions that will affect both his career and his relationship. The relationships between the characters are never without tension and emotional twists. For Victoria Newman, she is facing a series of troubles from both personal and professional relationships. When she decides to rekindle her relationship with Cole Howard, one of the most important men in her life, new problems arise. Victoria, a strong and resilient woman, has always faced great pressure from her family, especially from her father, Victor Newman. Victor has long made it clear that he does not support the relationship between Victoria and Cole. He has warned Cole to stay away from Victoria to avoid trouble. However, the love between Victoria and Cole is too deep, and they decide to give each other another chance. This certainly makes Victor unhappy, and he may try to control the situation to protect his daughter. Victoria not only has to face the anger of her father, but also has to find a way to help Billy Abbott, her ex-lover and the father of her children. Billy Abbott is going through a lot of trouble, and Victoria feels responsible for helping him overcome those challenges. However, she has to be very careful not to anger Victor further. Rumors have it that Victor is getting tired of Victoria always protecting and saving Billy. To Victor, Billy is a man who is not trustworthy enough and does not deserve Victoria's constant efforts. Victoria is forced into a moral dilemma. She knows Billy needs help, but at the same time, she knows that this will cause further rifts in her relationship with Victor. For someone who is always loyal to her family like Victoria, choosing between Billy and Victor is not an easy task. Meanwhile, another situation in Genoa City is adding to the tension: Sharon Newman's mental disorder. Sharon has been through a lot in her life, and the death of her daughter Cassie Newman has left a deep scar on her heart. The pain of loss still haunts Sharon, and now she is suffering from increasingly severe hallucinations. Sharon is obsessed with avenging Cassie's death, and this is causing her mind to wander. A terrifying moment occurs when Lucy Romolotti, daughter of Daniel Romolotti and Daisy Carter, indirectly causes an accident. This incident causes Sharon to think of Faith Newman, her other daughter. Images from Faith's past flood Sharon's mind, causing her to fall into a state of stronger hallucinations. Sharon begins to see Cameron, a person who has haunted and tormented her. The hallucination of Cameron is not only Sharon's fear, but also a factor that pushes her into actions that she cannot control. Cameron in the hallucination constantly pressures Sharon to take revenge and act aggressively. In a moment of chaos, Sharon tries to fight the hallucinations, saying it's a disgusting thought, but Cameron reminds her that all of this comes from her mind. Sharon begins to panic and feels that she is losing control of her own thoughts. The pressure weighs heavily on Sharon's mind, and she can no longer distinguish between reality and fantasy. Subscribe to Yonder to stay up to date with the latest news on our channel.